వేరే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారమ్మా. హలో.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon. Sorry,
Hello.
sorry. Good morning.
Yeah. Mute yourself. Anusha, mute.
Yeah, can we start?
Yeah, Charan, can we wait for 3 minutes? I will start
Sure.
for the 11:10, okay?
Okay, just let me know, okay? Let me know when to start.
I'm exactly 11:10, you can start, okay?
Okay, fine. Okay, everyone, I think we'll start, okay? So I'll try to share my screen. Let me know if I'm not audible well. Okay. Okay, so before we start, so let me introduce myself. So my name is Charan Teja. So currently my role is as a data architect. So my total experience is around 13 years and I'm into GCP. It's like now 7 to 8 years now. Okay, so I mostly worked as on data side mostly. Hello. Yeah. So I mostly worked as a data set. So I initially worked as an ETL developer, business BI report developer, data engineer, senior data engineer, lead data engineer. Now I'm as a data architect. Okay, so before cloud, so I worked on various ETL tools, reporting tools. Okay, and mostly on the data side. So my experience is mostly on data side. Okay, so yeah, so let's start. I mean, so the students are so thank you everyone who is attending demo today. So before we actually start, okay, so what is the intent or what is the the reason people might be joining here? Okay, so it could be there could be some freshers, okay, or people who are ready to take the cloud journey, okay, GCP especially. Okay, so this course, I mean, if you start taking this course, what you'll get? Okay, basically you will get a confidence to face interviews. Okay, because getting a job is the first step is to clear the interviews, right? So, okay, so this course will help you to get that confidence to face the interviews. Yeah, and you will be ready and you'll be market ready, industry ready to work on GCP. Okay, so GCP has got various streams of roles. Okay, like you can be work as a data engineer, data architect, DevOps developer, and security network. Okay, so GCP Google Cloud Platform is like it has various streams. It has various streams, okay? But I think this particular course concentrates on data engineering. Okay, so we are concentrating on data engineering side. Yeah. So this course, if you attend, it will give you confidence to face interviews. You will be ready to work on GCP as a data engineer. Okay. And also, if you are planning to clear some certifications, like Google provides various certifications, especially on GCP. Okay. So you will be getting maybe since we are talking about data engineering, maybe if you are ready to, if you are willing to take the data engine certificate, it will also help you in clearing the certifications. Okay, so this is a threefold or maybe more than that beneficiary. If you take this course, this will help you in many ways. Okay, so like the ones we discussed. Okay, so yeah, you could be some kind of professional working in some other technology and willing to shift to GCP. Yeah, you could be one of them, or you could be a student or freshly out of college who is willing to get into a job on GCP. Yeah, and also you could be a person who is willing to upskill. Okay, maybe something else that you're already working and you want to shift to GCP, or also if you're willing to might be want to switch your job and start working on GCP. Okay, so the students or the people attending this course could fall in any of these categories. Yeah, we can address everything. So the person who is already working, his way of thinking might be different from a freshly out of student. Okay, so this course will be fine-tuned to everyone's requirements and everyone needs, and make sure that they understand everything. Okay, so basically this is what the intent is. Sorry, somebody has got any question? Okay. Okay, so yeah, so what are we going to do? So we are going to talk about and look about GCP data engineer. Okay, so yeah, so since this is about data engineer, so we'll mostly talk about data. Okay, so what is data? Okay, where do we get from various sources like databases, flat files, APIs, social media? Okay, everything that we get is a raw data. Okay, and we basically, as a data engineer, the role is to build some data pipelines. Okay, but basically the pipeline is nothing but a flow of data. Okay, flow of data, just like our regular pipes, right? We have our pipes in our home where the water flows. Similarly, a data pipeline is nothing but where the data flows, from one step to another step, one layer to another layer, from one source to other sources. Okay, so this typically involves various layers. So first step is to ingestion. Ingestion is nothing but taking data from various sources and putting into a place. So that is called ingestion. So this ingestion happens on a raw data. Okay, and then we process that data. So processing is like we do various transformations. Okay, so this raw data is typically not clean. Okay, very messy data. It is not useful for organization usage, for a company to do some kind of analysis. Okay, so data is very important asset. Okay, because data is information, like information is knowledge, knowledge is power, so everything is linked. Okay, so data the companies use for various purposes. Maybe they want to do some kind of their trend analysis of their sales, how their business is performing, what are the customers willing, what are the customers taste, like what are the what products they are lying to look for. Okay, so all this data, so this is all possible to study only if you have the proper data. So, and that data can from these kinds of sources. Like now, this is a few of the list, but there could be more sources for your data. Okay, the step is okay, then process or transform. So we convert this raw data, so this raw data into meaningful formats. That is we call as a transform data. Okay, so GCP has got various such kind of services. Okay, so in GCP everything is called a service. Okay, this is called a service. So service is what we work with. Okay, so for processing or transformation, GCP has got Dataflow, BigQuery, Apache Beam, which deals with the streaming data. Okay, we'll see in detail, like when we start the course, what is batch data, what is streaming data. We'll see all those details. But yeah, so GCP has got services to ingest. It has got services to process or transform the data, and also load. Load is what your storaging. Okay, so once the data is processed and stored into a target, or it is also called as sometimes sink. Okay, so we basically transform the data and load it into a target. Okay, so once the data is at rest, stored after cleaned and transformed, this is where the business analyst or the scientist, a data scientist or a senior management will look after this data. So this can be done using various reporting tools. Okay, like there are like various in market, there are like various tools like Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, and GCP has got its own tools like Looker and Data Studio. Okay, so based on the business requirement and business use case, they use various tools for this kind of analytics. Okay, so yeah, this is at high level how their data is used in an organization. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, so a data engineer is going to engineer the data. Okay, so he is going to build the data into meaningful format. The role of a data engineer. Okay, any questions, anyone? I mean, just to see like if everyone is with me, I know, and you're getting what I'm trying to say. Okay, I see Rajshekhar, Bharat, Ramesh, Babu. Yeah, any questions, or are you clear with what I'm trying to say? Okay, now, yeah. So if you don't have any, I'll just proceed. Okay, so this is what we are doing, but how are we going to do this? Okay, so how are we going to do this? Okay, GCP, Google Cloud Platform has got, to interact with GCP, there are 3 ways of interacting. Okay, one is using a console. So he'll have a like web console where you do it. Okay, maybe I can quickly show that. Okay, I'll quickly show you the GCP console. We'll take something else. I'm just trying to show how GCP console and CLI look. Okay, this is how the Google Cloud Console looks like. Yeah. Well, this is just like any other web page. Okay, it has like Google Cloud, and this is your login. So I log in with a, this is called a lab session. Okay, where we can practice our GCP, services and all. So I logged in this with ID. Okay, and in GCP we have something called project. So you need to connect to a project. So I connected to a project. And inside project, you'll have various services. Okay, like if you see the services relating to API, so there's a compute engine. So we'll all see these in details, but this is how you access. Okay, so one way of interacting is this via console. Okay, so console or web UI, this is one way. The second way is CLI. Same thing, you'll have something called Cloud Shell. Okay, Cloud Shell is nothing but a command line interface. If you want to interact with the same service, let's say programmatically, like maybe it's using Python or Java, if you want to interact with GCP, so we can run some kind of commands in here, just like how we have our command prompt in our computer, right? So just the like CLI, this is a CLI on GCP. So this is a personal CLI, command line interface, whereas this is a CLI on GCP. Okay, so this is another way of interacting. And the third way is client libraries. So you can write some program in Java or Python. So there are some modules that GCP offers, which are called client libraries. Okay, so you can use them to connect and interact with the GCP using in your program. So those are called client libraries. Okay, so there are basically 3 ways in which you can interact with GCP. Okay, a console, CLI, and the client libraries. Okay, any questions at this point of time? Okay, if not, maybe I'll try to address some of those questions. Okay, now if you are planning to take this course, okay, you might have some questions like what are some prerequisites I might need to have. Okay, so what are the things I might need to know, or what are the things that I maybe need to be ready to start to attend this course. Okay, so firstly, this course is good to have. Okay, I mean, since you are interested, if you are interested to learn GCP and get a job to GCP or clear certification on the GCP, this course is good to have. That's first step. Okay. Second thing is, it's better if you have the SQL, because as a data engineer, you might need to run a lot of SQL queries because there are like various database services. Okay, so SQL is good to have, at least from medium to advanced. Okay, so that is one thing. Second, Unix to Linux, Unix or Linux, basic to medium skills are required, because for example, if it is a CLI, then you might need to run some kind of listing the current directory and all. Okay, because when working with CLI, you might need Unix and Linux, and also some kind of bash scripting. If you have to do, you might need basic to medium Unix or Linux, and Python, because now if you want to do some kind of automations, basically you might have to work on Python or Java. So that is also basic to medium is required. Okay, so this is especially when you get into a job, real-time job, and when you start working with real-time. Okay, so these are mandatory, you are required, and SQL, Linux are required at least to clear interviews. Okay, because they ask like, how do you find those duplicates, like various interview questions you might ask using SQL. Okay, so these are like prerequisites. So these are not prerequisites to attend this course. Okay, course will be that is my job to make you you understand everything. So these are not actually, this is a pointer. Okay, so these are prerequisites to get the job, not to attend this course. Okay, so I will make sure that you understand all these things. These are not required for the course, but these are required for you to land onto a job. Okay, any questions? Okay, yeah, if you don't question. Okay, so GCP is a cloud platform, right? So apart from, so we call all those cloud players, okay, cloud platforms as hyperscalers. Okay, so these are called they are like very big cloud providers in the market. So especially AWS, Amazon Web Services from Amazon, Azure is from Microsoft, and GCP is your Google Cloud Platform from Google. Okay, these are all hyperscalers, like leading market players on cloud. So apart from this, there are like small players also, like Oracle, IBM, Alibaba. Okay, so Salesforce.com. So like there are other players as well. Okay, but these three are the leading players: AWS, Azure, and GCP. So what we are trying to learn is on GCP. Okay, we'll also in our course we'll try to compare, like how GCP, services similar to Azure, what are the GCP services similar to AWS, those things as well. Okay, so yeah. You might also, some interviewer might ask some question. Okay, so how would you decide to choose which cloud? Okay, now since in market there are like various cloud providers, right? So how should an organization choose which cloud service? Okay, which cloud service to take? Okay, so what are those factors deciding a cloud vendor? So cloud vendor is nothing but a cloud provider. Okay, so this all depends upon the various factors. Okay, let's say if that company is already associating, let's say they are using like various Microsoft products, they might tend to use Azure because that's a Microsoft product, and they might so there could be various factors. It could be related to pricing, what is their pricing model, and what are the existing services or existing products they are using. Suppose Amazon there is not much on I think software side, it's only AWS, but yeah, they are the they are the leader in the market. And Google, like if you are using some Google Drive, Google Sheets, and other services, maybe they tend to choose GCP. But it's one of the factor, not exclusively that is the factor, but there could be many things like pricing also, pricing model also. Which pricing model better suits that company? So that based on that, they might choose a specific cloud service, okay, for their company. Okay, any questions, anyone, till this point? Okay, yeah, so okay, this is one part. Now what are the various certifications that you can plan to do on GCP? Okay, so there are like various certifications like cloud professional developer. So it's for the developers who works on application development. And then we have this data engineering, professional data engineering for data engineers, and therefore architect roles. Then we have network security, cloud digital leader and associate engineer for entry level. So who just started their GCP journey. So that's for entry level. Then there is DevOps. If someone is working on CI/CD DevOps role, then there's DevOps certification. If somebody is looking at machine learning, there's a machine learning. Okay, so this is what the various certifications that GCP offers. Okay.
ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಡೆಕ್ಟ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡಿ
Now, so this is one part. Okay, so you also have like various online content. Okay, so you can look at various courses, labs, questions. It's only one-way learning. Okay, so they are like all training videos that you can uh, look at and understand. Okay, they're like various courses, but our course is mostly instructor led. So I train you and you guys have, if you have any questions, more like two-way of interaction. Yeah? Okay, yeah, that's all for now. So any questions? So this is at a high level, what we'll cover in. Okay, so apart from this, I have a course content with me. Okay, this is your course content. So what all we go through as part of this course. So we will see data engineering concepts, see fundamentals, and what a platform, like how GCP is compared against other cloud providers. What is the pricing in GCP? What are all basic services, storage products, database products? Okay, analysis ML, and we'll see also. So at each and every point, we'll also try to see with the real-time implementation scenarios. Okay, so suppose if you have a BigQuery, so where is in BigQuery? Okay, BigQuery, it's a big table. So BigQuery is a mostly used, widely used service. Okay, we don't have a BigQuery, but yeah, we'll cover BigQuery as well. Okay, so let's say if you have a BigQuery, okay, how in real time, various companies they use BigQuery for. Okay, what are those specific use cases? We'll concentrate and we'll work like in a real time. How real time this GCP used will work in from that point of view. Okay, so this is mostly the course content that we are going to cover, and then it can be more or less. It can't be less, but it can be only more from whatever is listed here. Okay, because there is no BigQuery, but BigQuery is one of the important service. Okay, so we'll cover that as well. Okay, I mean, I don't have a special agenda. That's why I want to, make you aware, like, what are we going to do? What do we have? Yeah. So any questions, anyone? You can ask anything, simple, silly, nothing. Okay, it doesn't matter. Whatever comes to your mind, you can ask. Any questions? Rajsekhar Reddy, Bharat, or Ramesh Babu.
Hi, actually, this side Bharat.
Hi,
I'm audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. My question is, if we compare GCP with AWS and the Azure,
Right.
which is better in terms of service, or we can say the security, or we can say the infrastructure or the user friendliness? Which service is better than means?
No, I mean, you cannot compare. Okay, I'll put it this way. Okay. See, when it comes to security, right? See, since this is a cloud, everything has got its own security. I mean, without security, nobody will come onto cloud first, because when you're dealing with cloud, the company has to send their data outside of their on-premise. Okay, outside of their company are putting on a external area. So security is a mandatory, and every cloud vendor offers a security because they bet on security very first thing. So out of all, security is the first thing. So it's nothing like one. AWS is more security offering and Azure is nothing. Okay, so every cloud providers will provide their own security offering. It's just that the naming convention could be different. The way they present that could be different. But it's everything is same security wise, security offering wise. So learning curve can vary. So what I would say is AWS is there since a while. I think it's more than a decade now, more than like 15 to 20 years now. They're like leader. They started first. Okay. Azure, I think second, and then GCP is picking up. Okay. So I would say if you look at, okay, so AWS market is like mostly stagnant. I mean, like they're like, if you go outside, like plenty of resources available. Okay. So if you have, there is a one job posting, there could be n number of AWS already professionals available to take that job. Okay. Similarly, it comes to Azure. So GCP is a new market which is picking up like since 5 years now. Okay. So if you look at professionals already working professionals compared, GCP could be very less compared to there could be more AWS and Azure. So there's a very good chance of you getting a job if there is a GCP opening, because there are not much people who is already, because people try to shift also, right? People try to shift for a better compensation, it could be, or maybe for better job satisfaction. Okay, so there could be more competition when compared to AWS and GCP versus GCP. So that's what I can say. So learning curve and all, it's same. I would say I would rate everything is okay. Okay, every cloud vendor will have their own, course content. All those things are same. I would say they're like on par. Does it answer?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for asking. Okay.
Actually, I am working in IT from 12 years
Okay.
as a QA lead manager.
Okay.
I am planning to switch into the technology, right?
Right.
And the cloud technology.
Yeah.
So that's why many times I used to compare, right? But means yet I have not got a means proper answer for this, which technology we can choose, right? That's why I'm asking this.
No, that's fine. Hope it answered now. Okay, you got
Yeah.
some idea.
Yeah, I got.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, okay. So I think I have this much only. I don't have anything special agenda because it's just a demo class. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rashekar or Ramesh, do you have any questions? I mean, let's not waste our time because it's a weekend. So if you have something to ask, maybe I'll answer. If not, we can, wind up if you are good. Maybe if you got, I mean, at least if you have attended this, you should get something like what you are going to get or what you wanna take. Do we have our host of this meeting?
ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಹುಡುಕ್ಬಿಡು ಇನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರ ಮೂರು ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ
Okay, everyone. I think.
Yeah. Shall we drop out?
Yeah. I think if you have any queries, questions, maybe you can reach the Vashishta IT team. Maybe they will answer. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks for
Thank
making
you.
your time and have a nice day.
Yeah. Thanks.
ಫುಲ್ ನಿಂದ ಇದ್ರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಶೇಖರ್ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಾಲೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಪಕ್ಕ ಮಣ್ಣ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಕೆಲಸ ಡೌ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ भाई डस्टबिन भाई ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ 5G ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಫೋನ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು 5G ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಫೋನ್ 5G 5G ಫೋನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ 5G ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾ ಲಾಕಪ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇವಾಗ ರಾತ್ರಿ 17 ಗಂಟೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾರು ಚಿಕನ್ ಕಡಿಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳಿಟ್ರ ಕಡಿಬೋದು ಕಡೆ ಕವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನಾನು ಹಾಕ್ತೇನೆ ಕೆಲಸ Okay.